Welcome back to Brews with the Homies. This is your host, Brews with D Bro. On this series, it is going to be called Beers in 10 Episode, or better known as Bite. This is a series where we're going to deep dive into beer in 10 minutes. So it's going to be a mini series. So, Heron, go ahead and take the floor.
Yes, sir. All right, so we got something. Everybody knows this brewery. Hopefully you guys do. Monkish.
Yes.
Monkish.
The name of the beer is Feminist. Very interesting. It's a Belgian-style triple ale brewed with hibiscus.
Okay.
Look at that
So,
color.
You
Beautiful
guys,
color on it already.
yeah, take a sip. And these kind of beers, a triple is actually a monastic beer. What that is that monks used to brew these kind of stuff in Belgium. And it's, this is the strongest beer. They'd give it to whoever. They'd sell it over at their, wherever they study religion. And yeah, this was their strongest style. They brewed something, I guess it's called an Enkel, which is like their first kind of like low ABV that the monks would drink. I guess when you study so much and you're trying to learn the ways of God, you need a little beer, right? So
Guess so.
yeah, and then they got a double, of course,
Sounds
and then
like
a triple.
great life.
Yeah. Study, have beers.
Yeah.
Not
So
talk.
all right,
Nice.
and then now we're moving on. I'm gonna ask you guys questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna quiz these guys.
Oh, shit.
So, Dustin, what is the aroma you get off of this?
I get hibiscus right off the bat. It's nice.
So you get like a little flower smell out of there?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, flower smell. It gives you a little tingle on your tongue. I definitely like it.
So Joseph, would you regard this as a strong aroma, or is it pretty subtle?
Like for me, when I first get it, it's a little bit florally. Like not too much. I would say it's subtle. I don't get like too much off there. I would go with that. It's just subtle, kind of floral, not too much. Whereas like when you get something that's super dry hopped or like what you're used to in like big aroma punch, I'm not getting that. It's just this nice subtle floral smell.
All right, yeah. And James, what are you tasting? I know this is your favorite question. What are you tasting?
Yeah.
You better not say chocolate.
Really? What am I tasting?
Dude, if you say chocolate, I'm leaving.
No, you won't be leaving. My honest opinion, if you didn't say hibiscus, it would be cherry for me.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's cherry. So, it's pretty good though. Honestly, when I look at it, in my opinion, it looks like a sour. I thought you just poured a sour.
Okay.
To be honest, I thought you poured wine, and I was kind of excited. I was like, ooh, some wine.
It looks nice. All right, so what else are we tasting?
So-
Cherry is a very fruit, sweet,
Yeah.
forward. What is
Yeah.
is there anything else in there hiding?
So for me, when I start to taste something like this, anytime I get a Belgian style, I kind of get, I don't know if it's like the maltiness or like kind of like a wheat flavor that kind of pairs with that floralness.
Yeah.
So like when I drink this right away, like when you look at it, I agree with James Tribro that it's kind of like that sour looking, but then immediately when it hits the palate, I'm like, absolutely not. It's not a sour at all. I'm getting more like, if it didn't have this red color, I'd be like, oh, Belgian right away. So like I start questioning myself as I'm going through the tasting. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of floral taste. I've had hibiscus recently. I've had it in a couple different beers. So I'm starting to really pick up on that flavor. So it's definitely there. It doesn't taste too artificial. I've had a couple beers that had hibiscus that's a little medicine or medicinal tasting, and I don't like that kind of medicine taste. This one, it's more floral and it's more relaxed. It tastes more natural. It's not very medicine-like to me.
Yeah. So definitely kind of mild in flavor.
Yeah.
That's kind of part of the style
It
here.
has a little dryness in the end too.
Yeah. Funny you do mention that. That is it. It is a characteristic of a Belgian triple. And that like weird little complexity that you kind of get, that weird flavor that's almost like spicy and stuff, that really
Yeah.
comes from the yeast.
Okay.
And how it gets a
So-
little stressed out, and I don't know, they get hot and bothered about something, and you're just like, all right, they deliver this flavor that you ended up killing, and you have no
Yeah.
beer left. But
No, it was just that good. I
But
enjoyed
yeah.
it.
yeah, it's supposed to be a little spicy because I guess the yeast creates these flavors.
Yeah.
And what kind of food would you guys pair this with? Anything come to mind?
I don't know, like fish. I don't know. I feel like this would be
Okay.
like a good one to pair with like a nice salmon and like the complex flavor, like the spice that you were talking about, and then that little bit of floralness would play very well. Like maybe a little lemon salmon that was kind of like baked. I thought that would be a really good pairing to go
Yeah.
with. What do you guys think?
Shrimp tacos.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. I like that
See,
one. That's a
yeah.
good one.
James just took mine. I was thinking about it.
All right.
Hot damn, Dustin.
You know, no, a sushi burrito.
Oh,
That's fair. You know what?
I like all these suggestions. There we go.
Guys, we're starting off with a really easy beer to pair. Because this thing goes with anything.
Uh-huh.
Any
Yeah.
meat, and guess what? You guys brought up a really good point. Citrus.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Pairs great with citrus.
Yes, it
And
does.
clearly, I guess, hibiscus is not a citrus thing, but it is very tart.
Yeah.
And it's kind of subtle in this beer, but you definitely get it, and you understand why Monkish delivered it the way they did, because the floralness and the kind of slight tartness pairs great with this style of beer.
Yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned it, but 9.4% ABV,
Oh, yeah.
which is crazy because I would never really. My first thought wouldn't to be like, oh, this is almost 10%. That's pretty crazy to think about. I thought it would be more in that like 6-7 range when I was tasting
Yeah.
it. What do you guys think? Do you
These kind of
pretty
beers,
subtle? You don't
Yeah.
think it's that strong?
See, I don't know because like the little spice kick that I get kind of makes it feel like it's a higher ABV
Mhm.
one. I would have guessed like anywhere between like an 8 and an 8.5.
Okay,
I
yeah,
would have
in that
never
range
guessed
too,
a 9.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed a 9.
definitely not on drinkability though, because these style of beers, just these Belgian style of beers, are super easy drinking. They
Yeah.
got like,
Yeah.
this one's not as malty as I guess a double would be.
Yeah.
Even though double and triple just basically refers to the ABV, doesn't really refer to how many dark malts or like roasted malts or whatnot
Yeah.
they use, but it just seems that a triple is now kind of like a golden
Yeah.
kind of beer, where a double would be darker and maltier. But this, I mean, it's just so easy drinking. I mean, clearly you kind of demonstrated it
I
for
know.
us.
Yeah. Went and finished that a little.
This is definitely
fast.
one that like if you had like a 4-pack, you can down about probably 2 or 3 of these.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh,
And
you
you'd
would
be feeling really good
you'll be
afterwards.
feeling phenomenal.
quite
after.
dangerous. Quite dangerous. So that's all I've got, guys.
Yeah.
Anything
just
else
to
you guys
let
wanna add?
people know, we got this at Monkish Anaheim when we were down there on our little California trip. After we went to San Diego, we went up the coast to visit the Anaheim area. So we hit Monkish,
Green Cheek.
Green Cheek, Bottle Logic, so
Golden Road.
Yeah, Golden Road. So we hit a lot of breweries, but Monkish always has a special place in my heart. They have such great beer. I love the atmosphere. Got to go when Anaheim was open, so to just have one of their, this is kind of like their main line now. I feel like they've
Yeah.
released it quite a few times over the last 2 years. We've had plenty of it. You've gotten growler fills of it, and I think this is the best version I've had. I don't know if they're tweaking it every once in a while, but I think this one has been the cleanest, easiest, smoothest one that I've had. I really enjoy it, and if you guys have never been to Monkish or need a beer spot to go to, definitely check out Monkish. They have a Torrance location, Anaheim location, and both are phenomenal, and they have some of the best beer, I think, in the whole U.S., so definitely check them out.
Dang, he's giving them major props here.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say at the 2-minute mark, this is the 2-minute warning, but you know we're kind of on time with everything. This is kind of a first for us.
I know.
This
We
is
usually
good.
like to go
This
over,
is
so
good.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that we could do it
So
fast and efficient.
So for you guys at home, this is like your last minute, like kind of look forward to. So with the Bite series, this is going to be a series where we deep dive some beers, probably do a little bit of reviews on some couple of different things. We could be drinking some wine, some seltzers. We don't know just yet, but this is more going to be an episode where we do a quick review and do a deep dive of one style of beer. Some of these episodes will be hosted by Joseph. Some of these could be hosted by me. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll
but
switch
this
it
is
up.
this is
Make
just
fun.
something that we're gonna play with and see. We would love to hear your guys' review, or if you got a beer that you want us to try and do a deep dive on, shoot us over to us on Instagram, Facebook, or the email, anywhere.
YouTube, anywhere.
Yeah. Just let us
Website.
know. Shoot us what beer. We'll try to see if we can get our hands on it.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys. We're always trying new things. Give us feedback. We appreciate it. So we're gonna have these two going up. We have a different one that we just did that features kind of like pop culture. We did Obi-Wan deep dive and did like a little 20-minute episode on that. So if you like this, you like different stuff that we've done, just look at kind of our whole section of what we're doing, and we'll try to keep that nice and curated for you so you guys can follow along this journey and find out what you like. But till next time, we appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're on Instagram and Facebook. So please like, share, tag us what you're drinking. See you next time.
Later.